All right. Here we go. We are getting ready for Summer in Atlantic Park 2. We're gonna go ahead and play the park. It's the game that is set in the secret world and set around the Atlantic Island Park, just like the missions we were doing last week. I'm not gonna do Gravity yet because Gravity can be buggy, and if it is and it bugs out, then I want to be able to just bail on it and go do something else. But the park is really thematic to what we're doing with Atlantic Island Park, so I figured we'd go ahead and do that first. Moment here. All right. I think everything is good to go, except for me not tweeting the stream link out. Like a true professional that I am. Other than that, I think we're ready to go. So we'll start the fun here. All right. So I've got the park. A little loud for me. If it's loud for anybody else, just say. Okay, so let's see. New game, fresh and wonderful. Again, if you missed out last week, the park, the Atlantic Island Park missions and Secret World Legends are pretty fun, a little scary, a little creepy. Gives you a lot of background on what's going on inside Lemon Island besides just the main story. The park is again a one-shot horror, psychological thriller type thing that was released several years ago as a tie-in to one of the Halloween events, or was it a Christmas one? It was a Christmas one, right? The Seven Silences was a Christmas, but this is a good one. So we're just gonna play it. We're not in a dark room, but we can turn it off. You can turn off the lights if you like. You have my little face in the corner there, disturbing the whole thing. If it gets in the way, I'll just take it off.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Kidding me? Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's Callum. And you know, children in the secret world with bears, that's always a good sign, right? Bingo, bingo, bingo!
Attention, patrons. The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Well, we've got stuff to do, so we need to go check for stuff. We can find the bear. Got a plaque.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
born the day it opened. This wonderful, accursed place. May 1977. Huh. So, Callum's pretty old.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
People lose things all the time.
Wait for Mommy, Callum!
Over here.
Excuse me.
Callum, I told you to wait in the car.
Over here.
Daniel Winter. Of course, that's Nicholas Winter's father. We saw some stuff about him.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
Doesn't look good.
Oh God. The park. What happened here? It's easy to get lost here.
Ferris wheel, Octron, bumper cars, House of Mirrors, Sideshow Alley, the roller coaster, Tunnel of Tales. Now, see where it takes us.
Callum?
You can't catch me.
Going to the tunnel.
Where are you?
Catch me, Mommy.
Oh,
Callum, come back here right now!
Over here.
wow. That's a lovely thing to write on there.
Where did you go?
This way.
Probably not down in there.
Callum!
Come on, this way.
Could go that way.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
This way, Mommy.
Too dark. I'm not going in there without a flashlight.
Okay.
Hello?
Not letting me examine the shoe.
Come back.
Over here.
I think this belongs to Callum. Come back, Callum.
Over here.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Oh dear. Yes, Chad the Chipmunk.
Callum! Where did you go?
Catch me, Mommy.
What is this about?
Purchased the land on Solomon Island for a pittance. I might add whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals, just the mention of his name and people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. Took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse, carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible dark things the land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place and the will to see the vision through to the end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect. I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing.
Where are you?
Over here.
Stop, Callum!
This way.
Don't hide from me, Callum.
This way, Mommy.
Wait, Callum! Callum, stay where you are!
He got on the boat
Callum, where'd you go?
and the swan.
Come on, Mommy.
Get on the swan. Riding a ride. Okay.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. "What will become of us?" the woodcutter asked his wife one night. "I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there." "No, my wife, I cannot do that," said the man. "Then we will all 4 starve, you fool." Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. "Do not fret, Gretel," Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day.
Oh boy.
Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house.
The creepy chipmunk
After receiving
watching
a
us.
thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. "Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself," the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. "Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house?" An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. "Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just
where did you
come
go?
in and stay
Where
with
did you
me.
go?
No harm will come to you." But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. "Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you." The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. "You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside," the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
Oh,
Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. "Your brother will make a good mouthful," the old witch told Gretel. "Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him." Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. "Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven." But Gretel pretended not to understand. "I do not know how. Where is the opening?" "Fool!" the old witch said. "The opening is here!" And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked.
such a lovely version of
And
that
then,
story.
Because even children can't survive on sweets, They divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
Oh. That's lovely. Yeah. What a wonderful nursery rhyme that was. Oh, crap. Forgot about that. It's been way too long since I played this. It's gonna scare the crap out of me again.
Where's my boy? Stop hiding, Callum! Callum, where did you go? Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws. Come out, sweetie!
Mother duck said
Another
quack,
accident.
Quack, quack, quack.
This place.
Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbons, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. Or astonishing to think that resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this has all been for nothing. That doesn't sound sinister at all. There is a bear. Can't get the bear.
Where did you go?
Follow the trail.
Come out, sweetie!
What's that?
Callum, tell Mommy where you are.
This way.
Wait for Mommy!
This way, Mommy.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
Obviously the layout is a little different than it is in Secret World, but still pretty cool.
The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Witness Norma Creed. We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit was making an ice carving. Well, people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him. But I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice. And at first we thought he was making some animal, like a tiger or a lion. But as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked, it was like a human face, smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite about the proportions. Something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat a little bit faster. Like you were praying, and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up, and one of them made a face at the carving, and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit. And then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments, it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with the ice pick. And blood was spraying, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was the eyeball of one of those poor kids that landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. That's pretty gross. So we've got a crazy park that is designed to harness some sort of evil energy here. But positive energy. Positive evil energy. And a crazy chipmunk, who appears to still be here.
Hello? Where are you?
Frustrated by the fact that the plans seem incomplete. I know as well as anybody that the rules of the game can be changed with enough money. But no matter how much money talks, it can conjure up missing plans from thin air. I've tried contacting the organization who sold me these plans, and they're stonewalling me. Every contact that I have, every meeting place that I have watched are swept bare. I have a sinking feeling that I've been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless. The harvesting machines, the transport mechanisms. I'll probably let Nicholas name them. Something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides, after all.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum. I can't get on while it's moving. I can't get on while it's moving.
Trying to get it to stop. Come on. Slow down. Go. Of course, who's gonna turn it on? Guess it turned itself on. Oh dear. There was somebody in there. Oh! Jeez. Never actually tried to run it myself. Didn't seem to do much. Oh, picture.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh, I must never found that before. Got an achievement. Yes. These work.
Wait for mommy! Come out, sweetie.
Mother duck said quack, quack, quack.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
That's the way I went. Came from. This is where I'm going, I think.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. They shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought. Callum? Stop! Callum!
Catch me, Mommy.
I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so many of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping. And most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean, Steve. See? Even I'm starting to call him Chad. I went to school with the guy. That goddamn suit. In the beginning, it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, as Chad, the chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all of that. But the more he wears the suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first, it was the little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. Then I saw him at Susie's Diner, still wearing it. Wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained, park management, about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter one day. But nothing seemed to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by. And apparently Steve has picked up some new skill since the last time I saw him puking up in a gutter outside the cycle station, because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. Couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up. I'm effing up. I effing me, no, I'm sorry. No. Whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted and he just stood there. not saying anything. Eventually, I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Henman. Whoa! Oh boy. Whew.
Callum?
Ah,
Callum, where are you?
there's some lovely creatures that they've designed in this not quite amusing park. Na 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 na.
Constant crashes and 80s music. I guess it floats someone's boat.
For cars.
Come to mommy, Callum.
Oh. Yeah, I totally missed that part.
Callum, stay where you are.
Follow the trail.
During the transport of the bumper cars in the arena, one of the straps attached to the load truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Injuries caused, Francis was killed. Francis took green. Did the injured employee see a doctor? Yes. Yes, the compensation form. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reports seeing that. Sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with a urine sample. What could have been done to prevent? Double checking of the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screenings for all drivers. Local laborers are very superstitious, and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone from the local church walk the park and exorcise the spirits. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah. Okay. Go towards the evil possessed car. There's nothing bad could happen here.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, "Yes, Sheriff." Where are you? Callum? Callum, where did you go? Stay where you are!
Continually delayed by the incompetence of builders. The problem is that the locals are so believe a lot of the rumors about that old man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I chose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies. And the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that an old man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I am missing. Oh, Illuminati.
Where are you, Callum?
At the Ferris wheel.
Mommy is coming, Callum.
Oh, ride this ride because worked out for us so well last time. Oh, there is the crazy ghost man. The boogeyman. Get the stars.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed, but I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Dawn was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over. Mommy is coming, Callum! Callum! Tell Mommy where you are! Callum? Callum! Callum, where did you go?
Oh! Oh, dolls. Not good.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It served the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
She's starting to lose it.
Don't be afraid.
He's coming, Mommy.
Stay where you are.
He's watching you.
Yeah.
Callum, tell Mommy where you are. I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
And the coaster. Furious roller coaster. We all know this was a wonderful ride in Secret World Legends.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The Poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Oh. Game freaks me out. Oh, there's our flashlight.
The witch awaits.
Excuse me.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. There will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
Understand why? There will be pain?
I'm not playing anymore, Callum!
Mommy, I'm scared.
The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Cotton candy corpse. Yesterday evening, visitors of Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a disembodied dismembered corpse, behind the cotton candy stand. According to the local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at just out of sight beyond the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It's a true tragedy when something like this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. Staff of Atlantic Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victim and will cooperate fully with the authorities to help bring this case to rest. The Solomon Chronicle will provide daily updates on the story going forward. Okay. There's the cotton candy shack. What lurks behind the cotton candy shack? What will we find? I think it's time to take a break. I think we can stop here, finish the game next week. I know, that's a horrible thing. But it's 4 o'clock. Beyond the Veil has started their podcast, so I don't want to really get into stepping on the toes on that. So we'll stop right here. Hopefully you'll come back next week and we'll see the end. Right. Thank you. Bye.